All right. Peace, and blessings. Hakia, me here, the Success Scholar. Thank you for tuning in, brothers and sisters. We are love. We are love. It's a beautiful day. Yes, it's cold. No, it's not that cold in here. I'm just here flexing. Hope you all are wonderful. Hope you are doing well. It's a beautiful day. I'm just excited about what's going on. I haven't come live in a few, but I'll be dropping a few more lives over the next few weeks, next couple of days. So a lot of great things have been going on in the new year. So I'm just going to keep on keeping on. Excited about the last couple of weeks, man. I've just been getting a lot of interviews on a lot of different shows and, just really sharing the love with a lot of people and, opportunities are being created. And so just making things happen the best way I can. But I wanted to come this evening for those that may not know about the last year where we, several of my esteemed partners in success and conscious artists and trainers and speakers went to Tanzania last year. When did we go? Did we go in June? In June. And so this year we will be going back to Tanzania in July. So I wanted to give people the opportunity. Many people who I know, I've shared information about what's going to happen this year. And I just think that you all should want to be a part, or you may have young people who may wish to be a part in terms of, getting some college credits or the global learning experience from none other than the East African community in Tanzania, speaking Swahili coast, the Bagamoyo, Dar es Salaam, Zanzibar, all of that. So Arusha, but yes, so it's going to happen this year again as well. So I'm going to actually play the video. We had an interest meeting. Last couple days ago, and it was good. We had some people on there, and we have several of our amazing brothers and sisters that came last year. They were on Mama Dave, Mama Rashida, Wombworks, and Ia Marie, and Omari and Stephanie. They were all present with us last year, and now we are going to have an opportunity to all come together again and make it happen again, y'all. Make it happen again. So let me find the video here. Where is it? Oh, I guess I gotta share my screen. All right, share screen, or should I say a video file? No, not slides. No, I have no slides. No. Okay. All right. Share screen. There we go. Wait a minute. Let's just work on Microsoft Edge. That is okay. That's it right there. So this is the Summer Learning Institute's video. I guess I need to press play, but hopefully you can see it. Let me get it right. Let me go ahead and start it. And all right, let's share my screen. Hopefully you can see. Why is this not wide? Wait a minute. Mic check. Wait a minute.
Teaching the art of possibility. This year, we'll be working across Tanzania in 3 regions. The first region will include the south of Tanzania into Kuyu at the Rico Bed International Business College. Then we'll move on to Tsuba, the Bagamoyo College of Arts and Culture in Bagamoyo. And then we'll finally conclude our program at the Cultural Arts Center at Tumam. University Makumira in Arusha, Tanzania. This year, for all of you that are interested in being instructors, we will do 1 week of instruction in the Gambia in West Africa. And then we'll resume our program with participants July 20th through August 5th in Tanzania. So we're going to go through our basic program overview, making sure that you all understand, and then we're going to ask some questions from the information that you're receiving today. So let's start with the fact that every sector needs creativity. The innovation, the design, thinking outside of traditional thought, disrupting traditional thought, and being okay with making mistakes. These are all things that you find in the traditional arts. And so our program is dedicated to using traditional arts and then integrating them, integrating them into other subjects, the cross sector. And so we're going to do that this year, this 2020. So the Thai Studies and Cultural Exchange Program, it is a program focused on curating authentic exchanges with communities of the world in order to study or contribute to the region's symbolic landscape. The goal of the experience is to ensure that participants receive a holistic introduction to the region by being fully immersed in intimate ways with local culture and people of different sectors and classes in the region. The Summer Learning Institute operates underneath of the Thai Studies and Cultural Exchange Program. And the Institute is a global learning opportunity focused on art for social transformation for students, researchers, and professionals interested in international field experience and sabbaticals. So global learning is a lifelong process here with the Teaching Artists Institute. And we understand with the Summer Learning Institute that though our focus are college students, that learning continues throughout your life. And so we're interested in working with professionals that may want to see their field from another lens, willing to use the artistic lens to develop cutting-edge research in their field of study or in their practice. We're looking for young people, learners that may not know what they want to do in their disciplines at their universities. And this is an opportunity for them to explore other fields and still not interrupt their main course study during the fall and spring semesters. It's an opportunity for professors that may be teaching those classes to take a break and to learn something more within their own practice as a professor. And so the Summer Learning Institute is an opportunity for you to do that. Throughout the experience, each weekend, Thai Tours supports the Summer Learning Institute with curated excursions across the country of Tanzania. So in addition to the learning that you'll get from experts around the world in their various fields, you'll also have curators like Mugisha Allen that will every morning offer through Thai Tours yoga and breathing techniques to help you prepare for your day, to show you through Zanzibar Island and to take you to the top of Kilimanjaro and to let you understand what the symbolic landscape of Tanzania offers and adds to your education during the Summer Learning Institute. I'm going to move forward. We're learning how to learn again, right? So the reason that the Summer Learning Institute was created is because we want you to consider art, both the beauty of traditional forms and the innovative design and creativity found in new concepts, best practices, approaches, and methodologies. And many people, when they think of the traditional art forms, they see it as one of the subjects that you study in school. But the Summer Learning Institute will teach you that art pillars every form of knowledge. It is the pedagogy. It is how we learn. We learn through narrative and story. We learn through manipulatives and hands-on creative activities. Each one of the learning styles, auditory learning, kinesthetic learning, all of the learning styles, visual learning, are found in the arts. And so the arts, and especially the traditional arts, are a tool to learn more about any subject, any sector. Again, art is not one of the subjects at school. It is a part of every subject at school, and you will learn that during our global learning opportunity this summer. So we want you to reach beyond the classroom and discover art as a new perspective to life, family, and work. Experiential learning happens in your community. And so the Summer Learning Institute provides an opportunity for you to use the world as your classroom. And we celebrate that with many partners. First and foremost, our partnership with Tide Tours. Again, this 2-week summer learning experience will unearth the symbolic landscape of locations around the world in order to broaden your understanding of what it means to create and transform your community. So all of our courses and course tracks during the Summer Learning Institute all encourage you to serve your community, to empower your community, to develop and enhance your community. The lessons that you learn throughout life and any subject in school, they should all encourage you to be practical, to learn best practices that teach you how to transform and empower the world around you. So whether you're in college or just graduated, this program is for you. The Summer Learning Institute was designed as an opportunity to provide college students and recent grads with an accredited study abroad, accelerated study abroad experience that culminates in a 3-credit course in teaching artistry and action, and a major addition to international portfolio-based work. So if you're a college student or if you just graduated and you never had the opportunity to study abroad, this is your chance to come for 2.5 weeks and get that experience, get those credits, and also create an international network of learners just like you that are interested in the human polity, right? That understand that the metropolis, the landscape, the symbolic landscapes around the world are creating this interdependent network of nation states. And you have to think globally. Act locally, but think globally. I'm sure you all are familiar with that quote that helps to guide us in this service. So next, but certainly not least, if you're about to switch careers or you need a refresher in your current field, the Summer Learning Institute is for you. Your sabbatical awaits. Allow the Summer Learning Institute to support fulfillment of international exchange, networking, and newfound perspectives while being immersed in a refreshingly new environment. Come and do research with us. So if you're a professional and maybe you did study abroad while being a professional student, and now you're a professional in your field and you want a break, or you want to add something new to your field and you're looking for hands-on research, field studies. If maybe you're someone that is looking for an opportunity to test out new theories in your field, use us as your testing lab. We're interested in partnering with you to fulfill those opportunities for learning. And last but not least, are you looking to teach innovative approaches to learning and creating in your field? Are you cutting edge? Do you already understand and apply the interdisciplinary nature of art, culture, innovation, and the importance of creativity in your field? Well, this is your chance to come and gain international teaching experience in partnership with universities around the world. So whether you're an artist, a traditional artist, a professor in the classroom, or you have an incredible portfolio, a budding portfolio on research in one topic or another, let us talk with you about the possibility of potentially being one of our instructors at this year's Summer Learning Institute, from the Gambia in West Africa to Tanzania in East Africa. So we're going to move on and talk a little about our developing course tracks. So these course tracks are foundational. However, we are still in the process of curricular development. And if you have a cutting edge topic that we could use, then we're willing to consider what you discuss and what you teach and add that to our course load for this summer. So the Summer Learning Institute will be hosted in the Republic of Tanzania across 4 cities in partnership again with Bagamoyo College of Arts, Tsuba, Tumani, the CAC Cultural Arts Center. The program will offer participants 6 2-week course tracks that will be divided into morning and afternoon instruction. Evenings will be reserved for community immersion activities. So what are some of those community immersion activities? One that we really celebrate is with Mama C, Charlotte O'Neill in Arusha, or Abyssini Village, at the Abyssini Village, where we take our participants there to learn more about her history and her life's journey and work that began in Kansas City in the United States and continues in Arusha, Tanzania. And that's an opportunity for learning from our elders as well as social justice practitioners, and using art as a tool to better understand their story. So now let's talk a little more about our course track overview for this year. First and foremost, arts and education. Participants will be able to construct and demonstrate an approach to arts integration into a community classroom setting using the symbolic landscape. So that means that if you're an education major, if you're a current teacher, whatever subject you teach, we're going to show you how global learning and arts culture can be integrated into your curriculum in your classroom, your syllabus design, or maybe just something that you take home to the family and experience from that community family structure type learning for all of you homeschoolers. Next but not least, we have arts in social justice. So participants will use basic tenets of film and media production to engage with media advocacy and an exploration of voice in a discussion of equity and inclusion. So if you're interested in amplifying the voices of, the voiceless, the voice of voiceless, if you're interested in using art to better analyze techniques on editing footage in film, or maybe just the messaging of the media in general, this would be the course track for you. Next up, we have arts in STEM, or what we like to call STEAM now. We have science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Participants will discover innovative approaches to exploring balance in technological advancement and the human polity. So finding that balance between technological advancements and what it means to be human and operate to a human scale. Deep topics, deep subjects. Of course, not my expertise, but I'm so glad that we're partnered with experts from around the world coming to shed light on these subject tracks. Next, arts and health. Participants will be able to use narrative and rhythm in the exploration of autism. And I'm really excited about seeing what creative communication performance is created out of the arts and health track, and how to amplify some of the voices of those on the autistic spectrum, seeing them in the light and spotlight on stage and their contributions to art and health. Next, we have arts and community development. Participants will use traditional art forms to conduct resource mapping and community canvassing in an exploration of civic engagement theory and best practices. And so how do the arts inspire and cultivate community? Those are really good questions. And so let's get some of the data around examples and case studies of when the arts have developed community. Very important work, cutting edge research, excited about this course track this year. And last but not least, arts in business development and the workplace. Participants will explore employee wellness and productivity in small scale and corporate environment. So getting some of you artists equipped with the skills you need to integrate into the business community. The arts and cultural community traditionally are only hired as the help that provide entertainment for the corporate environment. But the ability to integrate art into the corporate and small scale business environments is essential to productivity. And so we're going to demonstrate that and teach those lessons at the Summer Learning Institute this summer. So we're going to move forward and talk about some of our incredible instructors. Before I read bios and click through pictures, I want to bring Mama Rashida, lead partner in the United States for sharing and creating and curating the Summer Learning Institute. And so we're going to allow her the opportunity to introduce herself. And as we go through her bio, she can talk for herself, and then we'll circle back to her after we finish our PowerPoint and talk about her experience participating last year. Mama Rashida, did you want to introduce yourself?
Well, greetings, everybody, and greetings, everyone from everywhere, yay, all over the world. So I'm Mama Rashida. I am one of the founding directors of Womb Work Productions. We're a social change theater company in Baltimore, Maryland. And I'm also a student. I am a community arts fellow at Maryland Institute College of Art in their graduate program. And I'm a community activist and just a person who is very, very much into utilizing the arts for healing in our community.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mama Rashida. So I'm just going to quickly go through some of our instructors this year so that if you are considering being one of our experts this year in the Gambia or Tanzania, you know that you're in good company, and we'll even create a network amongst the experts that serve the learners. And so up first, we have Mama Adeyeye, as I call her, but also known as Sister Yubita. She uses theater in all its aspects to create, educate, and enlighten to transform her community. So she has special gifts using educational tools like theater and employing value within the lives of students and cultivating their holistic development. She seeks to uplift the positive role of women in society throughout the diaspora. Then one of our Tanzanian natives who I just mentioned, who we visit as a cultural immersion activity, Mama C. She's coming back to us as an instructor. She is an internationally known writer, poet, visual artist, musician, priestess, filmmaker, and longtime community activist with more than 3 decades of experience. She was born again in Kansas City, Kansas, 1951, and has lived in Africa with her husband, Peter O'Neill, since 1970. She is the mother of 2 children, the co-founder and programs director of the United African Alliance Community Center, located outside of Arusha, Tanzania. Next, we have another Tanzanian local, Tanzanian musician and choreographer, an all-around performer, Bagamoyo Shija John Gambula, founder of the Africa Chengu Marimba pot. And he stays committed to empowering the untapped hub of artistic talent in the world of rhythms and beats. He shares his artistic skills in active participation as a teacher and researcher. He embraces various soul rhythm projects in Africa and internationally, crowning his efforts with uniquely designed creation of homegrown traditional instruments. And I love his traditional instruments, an incredible steel drum that reminds you of a round xylophone. It's great. Next up, we have Bokor Iya Marie. She is the founder and spiritual leader of Ile Imole, a unique space for the practice of African religion and spirituality. She is initiated and consecrated into the spiritual Baptist practices of the Caribbean and African traditional spiritual practices of the Yoruba people of Nigeria and the Iwa people of Togo and Ghana. She is trained in healing touch, in energy-based biofield therapy, classical hatha yoga, and raw food nutrition and preparation. She is a registered cardiovascular invasive specialist with over 37 years of experience in the cardio cath lab. She is also a faculty member of the Ifa University in Nigeria. Next up on our expert list, we have Mr. Haki Ani. is a best-selling author, radio host, entrepreneur, and community organizer committed to economic empowerment of global Africans. He brings his experience in network marketing and small business development. Okay, next we have Omari Bey, who is actually the son of Mama Rashida. I love to see family work. He's a trumpet player, hip hop artist, and self-defined Renaissance man. He brings his experience in teaching artistry to the art and health course track this year. His course is focused on rhythm, healing, and grounding for artists and healers. And then me, last but not least. Of course, our list of experts is still growing. There's still an opportunity if you're an expert willing to use the artistic lens to teach more about another topic or sector that we haven't explored, or if you're a traditional artist willing to consider a sector that is outside of the traditional arts integrated into another sector, then please talk to us and reach out to us today, because our list is still growing and we're looking for you. So I can describe myself. I'm a performing artist and founding fellow of the Teaching Artists Institute. And in general, our work is to provide an opportunity for artists to learn techniques for social transformation while fostering outlets for socially engaged art. And this, the Summer Learning Institute, is one of our socially engaged platforms under the Thai Studies and Cultural Exchange. So our organization, our parent organization, is the Teaching Artists Institute. And again, we're a socially engaged art cultural advocacy and training organization that plays an important role in the promotion of art for social transformation and development. And because Mr. Randy Stubbs is with us, Randy, could you tell us a little about the Cultural Arts Center based at the Makumira University, Tumaini?
Sure. My name is Randy Stubbs. I'm the founder of the Cultural Arts Center under Tumaini University, Makumira, here in Tanzania. Our program was the first and only music degree program in Tanzania for 10 years. And now there is one other program that offers bachelor level. So we offer formal programs from certificate, diploma, and bachelor level degrees in music, but then through the Cultural Arts Center, we also offer short courses, especially related to traditional music and dance and instruments. And so we have a whole center, 13 acres of land with traditional instrument exhibits, hands-on. We have traditional houses from several different ethnic groups on our premises as well, built by local organizations, and all things related to traditional arts and how they also can fuse with modern music and other music coming from other parts of the world as well.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you, Randy. We're so excited to be visiting you and working with your students again this year. And next up, of course, as I mentioned before, our lead partner in the U.S., after my own heart, based in my hometown of Baltimore, Maryland, Wombworks. Mama Rashida, did you want to say anything about Wombworks Productions and your work as an organization?
Well, do you want me to relate it in reference to our journey we did in Tanzania last year, or just in general?
Well, you could just talk about your work in general as an organization and your history.
Sure. Well, we started in 1997. We were three mothers, Mama Kay, Lawal Muhammad, Mama Tosca, Mama Walks on Water, the three of us started Wombwork just as three mothers and artists who wanted to make a difference in our community. So we started off as a domestic violence prevention theater project, and we went on to tackling all kinds of issues that affect young people and their families. So we use real stories and music, dance, traditional dance. We infuse African rites of passage techniques and to really, and character building models, Virtues Project, to really help young people be able to go inside and really build and become strong within themselves so they can go on to lead successful lives. We believe that the arts have a way of healing like no other, healing communities. So we use the arts as a way to reach out to communities. So you may see us perform. We perform in theaters, but we're also on street corners, and we've done shopping malls and basketball courts, and wherever the people are, we'll go and put up some seats for audience and do a performance that reflects the audience. So we may do shows. Our last show was a drug prevention show, because in Baltimore, there's a big fentanyl and opioid epidemic. Well, it's been one. And we also deal with issues of racism and systemic racism and how it affects our community. So any of those issues, any issue affecting young people and their families, Womb Work will tackle and try to heal and use it as a healing tool and to heal through the arts.
Thank you, Mama Rashida. What a pleasure to be partnered with WombWorks this year and take your experience in social justice and racial equity and addiction services and all the things that you do with young people and bring that to an international table, working with young people and learners from around the world. Thank you so much. And last but not least, Tsuba is not able to join us today, but they are one of our partners, the Bagamoyo College of Arts. The main aim is to develop and promote Tanzanian arts and culture and impact knowledge of the same to existing and future generations from anywhere in the world. We're also in the process of adding the language around Ricobed. Again, they're in Tukuyu, Tanzania in the south. The Ricobed is the Rungwe International College of Entrepreneurship and Business. And they have just signed on to partner with us for this year to extend our program into their region and include the students at their university that are typically only focused on entrepreneurship and business. And now they're going to use art as a part of their lens and scope in their pedagogy. So thank you again. Now I'm going to turn off our PowerPoint presentation, and Mama Rashida, I'm going to circle back to you. And then I see a few other instructors from last year. I think Brother Haki, and we're going to talk about our experience from last year, because this is now our sophomore year. And so I want to have the opportunity to ensure that you can tell the audience from your own perspective. One thing for me to say, our program is great. This is what we do. This is how it happens. And it's an entire different experience when those out there can hear from participants. So Mama Rashida, if you can talk for a moment about your experience last year.
I love talking about my experience from last year. It was beautiful. Let me say at the onset, I want to thank you, Kim, because you are such a great tour guide. It was a beautiful trip from the beginning to the end. You companioned us and, with things like getting our visa, all the things that we needed to get together to be able to go. There's some folks that had to get together their passports, and you helped us to, navigate through all the kind of fuzzy stuff that you have to go through and legal stuff to be able to travel. And we were traveling in the middle of COVID also. So all of those things were happening. But I tell you, it was such a smooth trip, and it was because of you and your leadership. So I want to say thank you for that. Also, but the trip itself, we got into Bagamoyo. Every place that we stayed was just so interesting. The hotels that we stayed at, Also, you were asking me something. So every place that we stayed was just really beautiful. There were, so we did our work there. We came there, the young people that we worked with, starting in Bagamoyo, they were young people who were so interested in wanting to, learn about what we were sharing. I came there with social justice and the arts, talking about that. So we really delved into theater. They were so willing and wanting to learn more. But then as we did our work, we also traveled to like Zanzibar, and we went to restaurants, and every day we had exciting things that we did as artists and as teaching artists. And even though we were there working, our work was our joy, and my work was my joy. And I know everybody else was as well. So we had, we traveled to, and I'm mentioning Zanzibar because I loved Zanzibar. That weekend was just wonderful. There were universities there. There was so much drumming and dancing, my head was swirling. And then in Bagamoyo, the university there, the young people were so great. And then we went to Arusha to CAC. Everybody made us feel so welcome. Randy, kudos to you. When it was time for theater, you had every lighting instrument, the sound, everything, the technical things that we needed and equipment that we needed was all there. And we gave a closing show. And then we worked with the young people in Arusha, and we put together all of the things that the instructors had taught, because people taught different things. And I have to mention this too. Sometimes you go on a trip and you travel, and because you're giving out stuff, you know, you just kind of pour yourself out. I got so much back. I mean, every day there was a lecture. We had lunch and learns. I learned so much about East Africa, and because I knew, you know, as an African born here in America, we're very connected, I think, to West Africa. But I learned some things about East Africa because I didn't know as much about the slave trade in East Africa. And I learned a lot about that through the lectures that we had. There were lectures on business. There were so many things that we could drink from as artists, and sharing with other artists there. There were so many amazing artists in Tanzania, till brother Shija, Jean Gambula, yes, who I enjoyed working with. Of course, Ia Marie, and we did spiritual ceremonies on each leg of the journey. You know, Ia Marie and led us in so many ceremonies. Mama C being there, and so it was a spiritual sojourn. And climbing Kilimanjaro, you know, you said I went with my son, and you know, he had so many rich experiences with the Maasai, and you know, we could go on and on about we went to on the safari in the mountains, Mount Meru, you know, and you know, Kilimanjaro. It was so many beautiful experiences. From the wildlife to the hibiscus and lemon trees and lemongrass, and you know, the food we ate at wonderful restaurants. We went to very you know, 5-star restaurants. We were at 5-star restaurants and 5-star hotels, and then we were at hotels that were just regular, but they were all beautiful, especially the Eco Lodge. The Eco Lodge we stayed at, Mama Edith's place that we were at, where each of us had in the lodge was built like a circle, and it was so beautiful. And every morning we woke up to the sounds of, you know, the chickens, and you know, we heard goats, and it was just beautiful. And there was foliage, and it was beautiful greenery everywhere. It was so beautiful that some mornings I woke up and just praising God and was in tears because of how beautiful it was. And I met the most beautiful people in the world for me. They were so loving and so helpful and so kind, you know, and I felt at home. I mean, I didn't feel disconnected. I felt that I had went home and I had met family, and we came with family. And even as artists, because we did work together, when we left this space to travel home, we were connected. We're connected for life now, you know. And I think Mama Adeyeye can attest to that we are connected for life. We are family. John Gambula, we are family, all of us. And the young people, I'm connected to them. You know, we are family now, because when you do art, whenever you get an experience where you get to do art together with some other people, you become family. You know, you are connected in a way that you couldn't be under anything else. You know, and the healing that happens. we in Bagamoyo, we wrote down our ancestors, and we put a red, black, and green flag up, and it was the connection of us Africans in America and Africans on the continent. And we all came together in such a way, and we knew we were family, and we cried together, and we danced together, and we drummed together, and it was just, and we sang together, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful time. And we prayed together. And I can't tell you, I don't know if I'm probably, you know, I don't know if I'm down, not giving as much, but I'm telling you, it was the most beautiful experience. So if you are an artist and you want to experience the experience of a lifetime, travel with Tide Tours. I felt safe. And even as an elder, you know, Kim, you took such good care of the elders that were on the trip, you know? You made sure that, you know, everything was in place for us. And every space that we stayed at was unique in its own, you know? I think the first place, the Firefly, was an old Sultan's palace, but it had such character, and the food was delicious, and we ate together all in the same space. And then we went to another hotel, and it was just so beautiful and fabulous inside, you know? And every place we stayed, every place we ate, every place we went to visit, it was more beautiful than the next. It was the most exhilarating. I came back very full. I came back just full, and knowing that, you know, this is something that I need to do yearly, to go home again and visit and replenish, because it was healing for me personally. I think I've said all that I can say.
Yes.
I can say some more, but
I'm over here crying like, oh my God, this is so deep. Thank you, Mama. Oh my God, Mama Rashida. Thank you for being our partner. So guys, again, Mama Rashida.
Yes, I'm here, Mama. I'm here. Happy New Year.
Mazamba. Yes, you're here, Mazamba. So right now we're going around and we're just getting a few testimonials to let the people at home know what people that actually participated in, what their experience was, how they felt about what took place in our first year, our freshman year, as we go into our sophomore year. So
I don't know what's going on. Maybe this thing will come back. All right. Okay. Well, I may have to try to do this some other time. Let me stop sharing my screen. Hopefully it did. Let me know.
We can duplicate things that we did right,
all right,
and you know, maybe fix some of the things that we didn't do so good, and so we can learn from them. We call those the glows and the grows, right? We want to glow and grow. So who's next? I see that we have a couple instructors from last year. How about we go to John Gambula? John Shija, Could you tell us a little about your experience as an expert and professor last year at the Summer Learning Institute? John, is the Tanzanian internet signal not my favorite? Is that getting in our way again?
It may be.
Okay, okay. So we'll move on. John, you just let us know when you have a signal that's strong enough to let us know. And we can move on to maybe Mama Adeyeye. Mama Adeyeye, could you tell us a little about your experience participating as an expert? Yes, John, we see your message. You have a signal problem. Just come off mute and let us know when it's been fixed.
All right. Well, this is Mama Adeyeye. Hey, Mama Rashida.
Mama Adeyeye, I love you. I love you.
I love you too. Oh my goodness gracious. I haven't turned my camera on because I'm looking toe up from the flow up. I'm cooking and my husband is watching football games. So I'm not even in my recording space, but I want to say, this was life-changing, life-changing. You come with different notions of what Africa is or what it should be or all of these things. And then you come and you just have to open up like a flower to fully experience all that is encompassed within this tour. It is absolutely life-changing. My husband says you are having experiences of a lifetime that most people don't get to engage in their lifetime. And that is so true. It's a spiritual journey, but it is a journey for the senses. We are rhythm people. And you feel that, you hear it in the sound, you see it in all that you experience. The nighttime food court was absolutely incredible. You just go from place to place and taste all the different foods, and everyone is out at night, and it is just such an atmosphere. All different shapes, sizes, races, just absolutely incredible. So it's a sound and it's a sight and it's a vibration. Going to the spice farm and walking along and somebody says, okay, what's that? Well, it just looks like grass to me. And you pull it and you smell it and it's lemon, it's lemongrass. And he says, well, rub these leaves together, and you rub them together and it suds up and it's soap. And, you know, the things that we take for granted here, looking at this berry, 160 different cosmetics are made from this one little berry. And it made me look at nature differently. It made me look at my surroundings and the leaves differently. And as we go and I see Iya Maria, she'll pull off some leaves for this, and she'll pull off some berries for this. And that brings me back to my hometown and how my grandmother used to make things. Just absolutely amazing. We made history there. We celebrated Juneteenth on the continent. So it is connecting of ourselves to ourselves and respecting the journey that we all have gone through. As Mama Rashida said about learning more about the slave trade in East Africa and people owning up to the part that was played at that time in that slave trade. Bringing our biscuit to the table, what we've retained from the culture on this side and bringing it back home. I sat in a classroom and taught Africans drumming. How amazing and how wonderful is that? Just absolutely incredible, incredible. We taught at 3 different universities, and the students were so eager to learn, so respectful. I couldn't move a foot without students saying, "Mama, may I help you with that?" And even through my protest, they just took the bags from my shoulders and walked with me because I couldn't walk that fast. And they said, "Oh, rest, mommy, slow, 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 slow." And they were so considerate, so kind. And then the sharing, learning as much as we teach. I think we use the analogy of the bucket and the sponge, wanted to pour out, but wanted to soak up at the same time. And that's what this experience truly, truly was. Lifetime friends. I made a trip for a birthday party in Washington, D.C. And I just called Mama Rashida just to say, "Hey, girl, I'm in your neck of the woods." And she said, "Good. Why don't you come and be in this movie that I'm directing?" And had people to come and whisk me away. And I had the best time. Friends for life, just Mama C. There are no words. There are no words to express, going to her compound and seeing all that she has done, her and her husband, Mr. Pete, all that their love has manifested in Tanzania. Just absolutely incredible. I could go on and on. You stop me, somebody.
I didn't want to stop you, but I wanted to, this is Mama Rashida, I just wanted to talk about the point that you made about Mama C. Us being in a lecture, that Pete O'Neill, former Black Panther,
yes,
lecture that he did for the young people was incredible. Yes. It was so inspiring. So we're receiving so much information from elders. It was an opportunity to just soak up the wisdom and knowledge of great pioneers,
Yes. To know that he was and is a Black Panther who was exiled. This is stuff from the history books that our kids read about or not, because, it's not taught in the schools, but to have him as a living example of what that is, hearing how they got land that was raw land and how they had to, bring in electricity, bring in water, how he carved the blades for the windmill by his own hand. Just amazing, the work that they have done in their compound, just absolutely amazing stuff. And again, Kim, Brother Haki, I traveled with Brother Haki because, of course, we were a couple of days late getting there, and he took such good care of me. And then getting there and the care. Listen, I don't even, my brain can't function as to how Kim does all that she does. It's just incredible, all that she does. Mm-hmm. And if we all can just help in any way, we are glad to do it. Glad to do it. Because
I know, Ia, yoga every morning.
Yes.
We did yoga every day. Mm-hmm. I came back, I was able to stretch in ways I couldn't stretch. Our yoga instructor, who's going to share, Ujisha will share,
Yes, my dance partner, Ujisha. Yes, indeed. Wow. And John, his spirit, just the gentleness of his spirit, but the strength of his character and his spirit. You cannot help but be joyous around that man. When he gets going and he gets those students going and they get to chanting and to singing and the energy Oh my Lord, have mercy. Makes you just, and I did. I got up and cut a step my own self. Yes, indeed. Just amazing.
Mama Adeyeye, thank you so much. The fact that our vision is able to attract the best is nothing but a blessing. And I thank you for seeing beyond our faults and celebrating the things we do well so we can continue to do that. You are our compass. You're definitely our compass. I want to hear from some of our instructors or participants on the ground. I'm looking through our list. And I see Mazambwa. Mazambwa, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Perfect.
Everybody here?
So what we're doing right now is we're just talking a bit about our experience from last year in preparation for this year. And I want to announce that Mazambwa came to us last year as one of our students, one of our learners. And this year we've invited him to be one of our instructors. So I'm really excited to see the retention and the growth in you, Mazambwa, and can't wait to have you serve by my side. Can you give us a reflection from last year about your experience?
Actually, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Kim, and also to thank Ty for what you are trying to do to make sure you just touch the artists from the ground, making them understand about themselves and keeping them aware about what should they do in the world. And also I would like to thank all the team, Mama Adeyeye, Mama Rashida, and all mamas and all brothers and sisters, all babas, because your trip, your blessings, your help to us, it means a lot. You know, I've learned a lot of things from you guys, and sometimes I can see how Black people power is, and I can't explain how happy I am because what I experienced, I didn't expect to experience such a thing. You know, I realized that I have more than what I know within my heart from what I've got from your subjects, from your speeches, from your trainings. You know, so I could have much to speak, but what I wish is the program should not stop, and we should, you should make sure you expand so as you can reach more people, to create awareness to more Black peoples living together, showing people the meaning of brotherhood and sisterhood, and keeping in touch to each of us, and making sure everyone knows what his or her purpose to be in the world. So it was my pleasure on behalf of my fellows, and I can say it's you, Ty, it's you, Kim, and the team that made Magoma Moto to become more higher. You know, we're now international. When you talk about Magoma Moto now, people know us even in America, in Europe, around Africa, people know this. And it is because of Ty and it's because of your team. I really thank you and I really appreciate. But the big thing that make me more happy is the way of worshiping in a very traditional and original way of African worshiping way. It was very, very nice to me, and regarding that, it was only a few months passed since I lost my daddy. So the day we heard the Hana ceremony, it was a very unique moment to me, and I learned a lot, and I have nothing more to say than thank you, thank you. You may be blessed by the Almighty Mother Nature, and what is important to do is to see what we can do so as we can expand and make sure we reach a larger number of people. And thank you, Kim, for inviting me to be one among the instructors for the coming summer learning. And I want to promise not to let you down. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. That's what I can say. Thank you.
No, thank you, Ms. Zambua. The young people you work with are incredible. The dances are incredible. And you know, what you said, I just want to make sure that you know I can feel you. Last year, your father passed away, and last year, my father passed away too. And so I also appreciated the acknowledgement that we continually gave throughout the program to our ancestors. And it's, you know, nice that what I also took away from the space, you also took away from the space. So I appreciate you saying that. Those kind of things sometimes make you feel a little vulnerable, but since you said it, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna go ahead and say we were in alignment with that. And thank you. So glad that you're joining us this year as an instructor. I look forward to learning some of the indigenous songs to your region and folklore and some of the dances of your people.
Mama, Kim, I just want to say real quick, I'm sorry to jump in, but if it's okay.
No problem.
Okay. I just want to say, Mzambwa Amagamamoto, when we first came to Bagamoyo and that bonfire that first night, and my son, that drumming was so fire that we all just started, I mean, the dancing, you all opened it up for us. You know what I mean? I had it on live so everybody in Baltimore and all of my friends on Facebook could see. You all were dancing in the sand on the beach. We were on the Indian Ocean, calling up the ancestors through that dance, that drumming, and it was fire. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Mama Rashida. How could I ever forget?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So I'm looking through our list, and it looks like we have a couple other folks. I'm not sure if Shija, John Gambula, is still having a technical difficulty. I know that the bandwidth is not the same, and we're patient with that. But I see one of our curators from Thai Tours, and again, Thai Tours supports our Summer Learning Institute and our Thai Studies and Cultural Exchange, because when people come that far into an environment that they've never been inside of, it's important that we not only learn from each other, but we learn from the environment. And so our Thai Tour curators help us to do that. Mugisha, do you want to talk a little about your experience curating for the Summer Learning Institute last summer? Okay, Mugisha, I know you're in Uganda, probably not the best internet over there either. If you do get a better signal, please let us send us a message in the chat and let us know, and we'll make sure that we make space for you. Last but not least, we did have quite a few students from the CAC, and I really wanted an opportunity to debrief with them. Randy, I know that you debriefed with them in general, collectively. Is there anything that you can let us know about the debrief that you had with your students at the CAC? Randy, are you still with us? Oh, I do see a message from Mugisha saying he can't unmute himself. So let me go around and unmute. Well, I can ask you to unmute yourself, and I've done that. So if you are unmuted, then feel free to give us a review from last year. Mugisha, you've been unmuted. Okay, so I don't think it is working. You guys remember that some of our participants are on the other side of the world, literally. So right now for us, it's around 2 p.m., but For them, it's already nighttime and it's a little after 8 p.m. And so the bandwidth is not as strong here. One of the things we're dealing with while working on the continent. And so thank you for your patience with our team members. Mugisha, it says, still the same, I cannot unmute. Oh, I'm not sure why. X to unmute.
Unmute everybody. Can you do you have us muted?
Well, what I can do is simply ask to unmute. I can request that you unmute, and then you still have to push the button to unmute yourself after I've sent over the request. And so I'm not sure what's going on, but I think that you guys, get the point. I'm seeing the messages inside the chat, and so if you want to leave a message inside the chat, Mugisha, or Mr. Randy, on behalf of your students, then we'll absolutely do that. And I also see a few people in the room that are here because they're interested in the program. And I would love to hear why you joined us today and why you're interested in the Summer Learning Institute for this year. So I'm going to highlight, first I see Kenny Moon. Kenny Moon. Kenny Moon, can you join us and tell us why you're here today and what is your interest in the Summer Learning Institute?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, greetings.
First of all, it's so good to see you. The last time we were in touch was when Instaroma was open and we were going to do a project together. I'm so happy to be reconnected with you, Kim Poole, and to see all the amazing work you're doing.
We love that school. Your school was the example for homeschool in Baltimore City for years. Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am here because Mama Rashida, who we love and who was a big part of our school as well, invited my oldest daughter, Adeyeye, to participate in the program. And I love the motherland. I've been to East Africa several times. I've been throughout Africa a few times, but never to the West. And I selfishly was like, oh, I want to go too. So she was like, okay, fine, you can come too. But so my daughter Adeyeye is 15. She is a creative spirit. She is a beautiful, African child born here on these shores. And she's been raised within this community lovingly. And Mama Rashida is one of the elders in the community who has loved on my baby since the beginning. And so anything that Mama Rashida sees fit for either of my daughters, or for me for that matter, is something that we already know is a yes. And we're just looking at now, okay, how? So I am super excited both for Adeyeye and for me to travel. If it's even available, I may bring my youngest daughter. So anything that we can do that reconnects us with any parts of our lineage, of our collective history, that connects us with the arts, that connects us with advocacy, mindfulness, freedom for our people, love, all of those things, which I do understand are part of what you all are doing. It excites me, and I really cannot wait to see how we can join this. And I would love to make this something that becomes a legacy trip for us, for our family. I'd love this to be something that could be a thing that we look forward to perhaps annually, because it sounds and feels this wonderful. So kudos to everybody. I'm so thankful to be here. I know many of you, in community, and I know of many of you. So I'm looking forward to so much more.
Thank you, Kenny Moon. I'm so excited to see the next edition of Instaroma. I can't wait to see the transformation. Trust me, we were watching and we were learning, and we're grateful to the work that you've done in community around arts and education. So thank you again. And if you came with us, it will be our utmost pleasure to help you curate this experience for you and both your daughters. There's no age limit. We're not looking for young learners. We're not looking for old learners. For the Summer Learning Institute, we're just looking for learners. And so if you want to learn the art of possibility, then this is definitely the experience for you.
I love it. Let me just add one last thing, Kim. You probably already know this, but please also know that I will be available to be of service however I can in any of the areas that, you know, would fit. So I want to just put that out there as well.
Nice.
Mama Kenyatta she does ancient Kemetic yoga. She's an instructor, and so she does a lot of things around mindfulness and meditation with a lot of people all over, you know, the East Coast, really, but certainly, and you know, and lots of work with women and families. And so we're very, very grateful for her to come. So we can talk some more about that. So she
Absolutely, absolutely. I would love that. And I'm also looking inside the chat. Poor Mugisha and his poor internet service. He's posted a message though, and he said, "I'm really glad to be a part of the Summer Learning Institute program. It's always an honor for me to serve humanity, and I really learned a lot from all the instructors. I love the diversity of the knowledge, both from Africa and the USA. I really love the chance to be a part of many people's wellness journey, the chance for me to share my breath and awareness knowledge. Being a part of the Summer Learning Institute was a great chance for growth." Thank you, Mugisha. We appreciate that. And we look forward to you working with us again. I see Al Hassan Nuhu. Al Hassan Nuhu, were you with us last year, or are you newly learning about our mission? Would you like to tell us why you're here today?
Thank you so very much. Good evening to you all. I think I heard about your institution somewhere last year, but I wasn't able to join. Today has been the first time for me to join you. I'm Al Hassan Nuhu from Ghana, West Africa, and I'm a member of African Rising, and I'm a mental health officer by profession. And then also I'm the executive director for Faith Dawa Foundation. What we do is we help to promote maternal, newborn, and child health services. We also help to advocate against gender-based violence, and then we also help to, you know, promote sexual reproductive health and right issues. And then we are also into quality education. Yes, today I decided to join you and then learn new things from you and see how best we can collaborate to help humanity as a whole. So thank you so very much. I've heard your discussions and you guys are doing well. God bless you and keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nuru. Will make sure that you get information about our application process. Please leave your contact information in the chat so that we can reach out to you after today's interest meeting. You're based in Ghana. Which part of Ghana are you based in? Oh, you're muted.
I'm in Eastern region. So
okay.
Specifically, North. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Balatanga, you say Northeast? Okay, the Faith. Yes, I think you said.
Eastern region in the part of Ghana, Eastern region in the Kwapim North district.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much for joining us. This is definitely a global learning opportunity. And so it's nice to see that people are tuned in from around the world. And we appreciate you and we'll make sure that you stay plugged in. So I'm gonna circle back around to our East African partners. Randy, were there any reviews that you wanted to give us from the debrief you had with students from your university that participated from the Cultural Arts Center?
Hi, sure. We participated in the final week of things, and our students and our professional dancers really enjoyed the chance to interact and partner actually with the dancers from Bagamoyo. That was nice. We know of each other, but this Thai Institute helped to bring us together to collaborate, which was really nice. And then we always enjoy a big part of our mission is just helping to people from around the world to be able to collaborate and to make music and arts together. And so we enjoyed that, and we look forward to being part of the team again this year.
Nice, Randy. Thanks so much. We enjoyed your students too, and we absolutely love your facility. Your stage is incredible over at the university, and you guys have been doing some great work. And so we look forward to working with you again too. Mugisha, again, sorry that your signal isn't working. John Gambula will give the Tanzanian internet one more chance. John, is there anything that you wanted to add to conversation? Going once, going twice? Okay, so I want to thank you guys for joining us for our interest meeting for the Summer Learning Institute 2022. Spread the word. If you know learners that are interested in global learning, if you know folks that are interested in studying what we call the art of possibility, arts integrated into sectors beyond the traditional arts. If you're interested in being an expert and teaching a cutting edge approach to arts integration into community or across sector, please reach out to us and let us know. We're at www.facebook.com/teachingartists, one word. Again, that's www.facebook.com/teachingartists, one word. Thank you guys again for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you this summer from the Gambia to Tanzania. Have a great day.
All right. So that's about it, y'all. Hope you all enjoyed. Any questions, holla at the Success.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150. With an available 12-inch touchscreen and interior